Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, guys? It's your boy RHOBH, and we're back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about Porsha Williams and her reconciliation with Dennis McKinley. And we're going to be talking about Todd Tucker doing something real interesting that I want to get you guys' opinion on. And then we're also going to be talking about Robin Givens and the cast of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And finally, we're going to be recapping yesterday's episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, one of the best of the season, in my opinion. So let's get down to it. But before we do so, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell button because you just don't want to miss a single drip drop of this. And we're doing this 5 days a week so you guys can get into all of this housewife craziness as we do it every day. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJRichieSkye. Now, let's get down to business. So, it appears as though after everything that's going on between Dennis and Porsha in the media, of course, you guys know that there were allegations of cheating and all sorts of other things that have apparently been refuted and denied by Dennis and all parties involved. Porsha was down in Miami at the ABFF, that's the American Black Film Festival, and she was speaking on a panel with Dr. Jackie, with Karen Huger about Black love. And in this, it seems as though she is confirming that she is ready to marry Mr. Dennis McKinley. Let's get into it.
And over the years, the cameras just are there. And you have to be okay with them just being there. I think in the first couple of years of being in reality TV, the cameras were glaring and I wanted to portray a certain Porsha. But as I released the old Porsha and became empowered through my pain from my divorce, and I just grew up in front of the cameras, I just decided to be completely transparent and through whatever I was dealing with. And so that day in counseling, my therapist, my real therapist, asked me questions that provoked me to look inside of myself and really realize, what are you doing in this relationship? Are you trying to sabotage it? Are you running away from certain things? What are your fears? Because in a relationship, if you're going through something or you find yourself pointing your finger so much, you have to think about, well, wait a minute, what's up with you? And so at that moment, I was having a self-reflecting moment, and I thought to myself, my fear in being in another relationship and being married again is becoming the Porsha I was before. And now at that time, the Porsha I was before, I was happy with her, right? But now as you grow, I realized, you know what? I want someone to love me, and I want to continue to be who I am today. The woman who has always believed that I could have it all. I could have business, I could have friends, I could have a full life, I could have a husband, I could have kids, and I didn't want to be the person who had to knock any of that off my list, because I'm one who believes if you work hard and you do right by people, whatever blessings that you want or that God has for you, He's gonna give it to you. So I still feel like, even though I'm gonna be entering into marriage soon, etc., I just don't want to lose that. I want him to marry Porsha in the fullness that she is today.
Okay, so let's do a deep dive into this, shall we? Number one, in watching this, I feel so happy for Porsha because she comes across so empowered. And she said some things that I felt like happens when you're on a reality TV show. I know that it happened to me. I went into filming thinking I wanted to represent myself in this way. This is how I wanted to be perceived. And at a certain point in time, I had a mini breakdown on camera and I just decided to let it all go. And the moment when you decide to let it go and the cameras are just there, you begin to live in a way that is very authentic to who you actually are. So what you see on the screen is a reflection of who you're actually being. So in that, I totally agree with her. I appreciate the growth there. And maybe, just maybe, she's learned to look beyond all of the hype in the media with regards to Dennis. And maybe she knows about things that we just don't know about. You know what I mean? And to be very honest with you, I think that when you decide to love someone, you really make a decision to love them regardless of the things that have happened in their past. Let me know what you guys think about this situation. I'm really curious as to whether or not, based on everything that we've seen in the media, how you guys feel about Porsha and Dennis getting back together, finally setting that date. It seems as though in this video, she is confirming that the marriage is going full steam ahead, despite what we have seen in the media. Again, I want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions about this because I think this is a very interesting development. I feel like she said a lot of things and confirmed a lot of things without necessarily confirming them for the media. And this is a huge revelation, I feel like, that not a lot of people actually caught on to unless you attended the seminar or checked out the American Black Film Festival Instagram page. All right, so let's move right along because we got some interesting information on Todd Tucker, KANDI Burruss' husband. You know, KANDI has been vacationing quite a bit along with the rest of the family as filming begins for the Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 12. I'm told that she's filmed some scenes with some others, but she's still managing to take her vacation where she needs to, and I don't blame her for that. Listen, if you got the coin, why not travel? You should see some world if you can. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, for those who are interested, if you've been following me for a while, you guys know that I did go to Dubai. I am going to post a full Dubai video very shortly on a second channel that I have done. It's going to be something completely amazing that I've been planning for a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, let's get back to it. So we're talking about Todd Tucker, and we're talking about him allegedly taking his daughter to a strip club. Let's get into the story because I really want to know what you guys think about all of this. Now, it says here that Todd Tucker from the Atlanta Housewives is making news this morning after he took his 22-year-old daughter, Kaela Tucker, with him to what appears to be a London strip club. The two are in London on a family trip without Todd's wife, KANDI. And last night, Todd and his daughter decided to go out for some adult fun. And Todd shamelessly posted a video from the strip club on Instagram. He captioned the picture, "Kaela, watch out for the booty." So, Todd's comments are filled with Atlanta Housewives fans who were shocked that Todd would bring his young daughter to a freaky club. And here are some of the comments. "Is this what you bring your daughter to? Not cool at all. Yuck. Dang, wasn't there anything else for you and your daughter to do? Yikes, awkward. What the heck? Gross on all levels. Ooh, wait till Mama Joyce sees this." So far, Todd's wife, KANDI, has not commented on the purported scandal. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily scandal-worthy or if it's scandalous in general. To be very honest with you, I don't know. I don't have a child and I don't have a young daughter. So in my mind, I don't necessarily know that I would be taking my daughter to the strip club, but this is also coming from someone who is married to a wife that sells sex toys. And she's had a dungeon tour that was very successful. And I kind of feel like, you know, I'm sure that Kaela was at some of the performances. So in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, is it really that bad? You know what I mean? I feel like if he is helping her, if he is normalizing strip clubs and the conversation around sexiness, what it means to be sexy and what it means to be employed as a stripper for his children, then maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a dialogue that needs to be open that we, a lot of times, especially in the Black community, don't dare open. And a lot of times I feel like we potentially look at strippers and exotic dancers as lower forms of life when in actuality that's not the case. I am all here for anybody making their coin as long as they are not hurting me, them, or anyone else. And I think that when we look at this as a form of entertainment, less as something that we do as a last resort, because there are a lot of entertainers out here who make quite a bit of coin from stripping or exotic dancing. And And I'm sure quite a few of you who are watching this maybe at some point in time thought about being this close to the pole yourself because the times had gotten hard. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not so necessarily feeling like this is scandalous as much as I think it might be a little bit awkward, right? Just as a dad taking his daughter to the strip club. Because obviously in your mind, you kind of don't envision that for your daughter, really. But then again, if she's making a coin and if she's successful, if she knows what she's doing, I don't really know. This is where I want you guys to sound off in the comments because I don't know what to think about this. What do you think about him taking his daughter to what could potentially be a strip club or some type of exotic nightclub? I mean, they are on vacation. What do you guys think about it? I'm very, very curious about it. Listen, to be very honest with you, I have discovered a love for strip clubs. As you see, this says strip club. If y'all can really see my hat, it says strip club veteran. So clearly I'm okay with going to a strip club. And I think that if we can find a way to normalize sexual conversations within families, particularly in families of color, then I think that this could be something that could be groundbreaking. I don't know. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments because I don't know what to think about it yet. Moving right along. Miss Robin Givens is confirming that she ain't gonna be a part of the Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 12. Get into this.
On Real Housewives of Atlanta.
I am not on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
But do you love those girls?
But I love them. I know a couple of them, and I absolutely, Cynthia Bailey is the most beautiful, lovely woman. I love her, I adore her. She did our screening last night, but I'm not on Real Housewives.
Now, I myself am a little bit sad. I don't even know if I want to believe her because I just want her to be on the show. You know what? You understand what I'm saying? I feel like though it's mighty convenient that she's been filming with people. You know what I'm saying? That they at her events and everything like that. All of a sudden, because we ain't never seen her with any of them before now. So to be very honest with you, I know a lot of times the newer ladies cannot confirm that they are a part of the show because it's supposed to be under wraps until things begin to get promoted, right? Unless you are a returning peach holder or housewife. You know what I'm saying? Then it's expected for you to be back. We expect for Kandi to be filming, Nene to film eventually, Cynthia to film, Porsha to film. We expect these ladies to be on the scene. We know that they can say that they're filming. A lot of the other shows, they're actually showing us a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Like we got another behind the scenes look at Jennifer Aiden. This is her second confessional look from the upcoming season of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So listen, who knows? But unfortunately, we're just gonna have to take Robin's word for it right now. And we're gonna just have to say, okay, Robin, since you're saying that you're not, we're just gonna have to believe you. But to me, I was very, very excited because I felt like you could really give it to the people, you know? Moving right along. I wanna talk to you guys about last night's episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I believe this was episode number 339 in season 9. Actually, it was episode 19. Can you believe we are 19 episodes into this long season? And I don't even know how many more we got to go, but I think it's at least 2 because we got another preview for another episode after this one. But what I will say about this episode is that it was good. Like, as someone who has been watching this, I've watched this franchise since it first started. There's not been a season that I've missed. There's not been an episode that I haven't seen. And so what I want to tell you guys is, as for this season, I felt like it just got good. Yes. Okay, first of all, let's start with the obvious. There was no Lisa Vanderpump, although she was mentioned quite frequently with this episode. The ladies made reference, particularly Erica, made reference to her dark presence being the reason why she feels safer with the ladies. And I can understand that. Sometimes you have a presence in a group of people, and then you start to notice that, dang, this person ain't been around, and I feel so much better. It has happened amongst many groups of friends. So, take that for what it may be. And to be quite frank with you, I kind of was relieved also too, because as you guys know, I feel like it was time for Lisa to go anyway. Although I love her, I just feel like her time on the show has run its course because I'm tired of the same storyline. But having said that, this episode was interesting because I felt like we got to the truth about some things, and I feel like alcohol is the only thing that can sometimes be the best truth serum for a group of people who could put up facades. I feel like a lot of these ladies put up a lot of facades, and this time they were correct. Okay, the episode begins basically with the ladies. It really jumps off when the ladies wake up and Erica's in a bad mood. She says she's got a migraine, and Erica's a Cancer, just like me. And so I know that Cancers can be perceived as being moody. That's true, I can be moody. If I'm in a bad mood, chances are everybody's gonna know about it because I'm not gonna talk to nobody. And I don't care, okay? I had an episode like that this past weekend. I was annoyed by something, extremely annoyed, and I didn't talk to nobody. But it wasn't because I was necessarily mad at anybody. I was figuring things out in my own head. You know what I'm saying? And what I should have done was just left, but I didn't want to be, I don't know. I just wanted to figure it out. I didn't want to be the person that was just like, oh, he's just bounced out. So anyway, I get why Erica stayed and she wanted to be a part of the fun. You're in Provence, you know, for goodness sakes. So you want to be a part of the fun. However, given the way the day went, it might have been better for her to sit that day out if she had a migraine, particularly. And I don't know if you guys have ever had a migraine before, and comment below if you have, then you know that being out and about is not the thing that you want to do. You don't want to be in sunlight. You don't want to be in light in general. You just want to be in a dark space with something covering your face, with your eyes, and you want to be asleep. So she probably should have just went to sleep. And then the day wouldn't have gone the way that it did. But for our sake, I'm glad she went. Now, the ladies went wine tasting. And here's another example of why she probably should have stayed at home, was because the ladies are getting drunk at the wine tasting, as one does. I don't know if y'all ever been to a wine tasting, comment if you have. But listen, I don't spit the wine out, I don't pour the wine out, I drink all the wine, okay? Because listen, normally wine gives me a headache, except at a wine tasting. So I drinks it down, okay? I drinks it down, and that's exactly what the ladies did. And to me, Teddy and Kyle turned into Sonia and Ramona in this episode, and I was all the way here for it. I was all the way here for the messy impressions of each other. And listen, Kyle got those impressions down pat, and when I really felt like there was a build-up all episode of Kyle versus Erica. And it was never really addressed, even though they tried to address it later. I felt like there was some tension that was building all day. And it finally came to a head when the ladies had dinner that night and they were still drinking from earlier. Now this, to me, was a good Housewives episode. And matter of fact, I'm gonna watch it again when I finish this video, okay? That's how good it was, okay? So listen, they again confronted Erica about not being mad because Lisa Rinna impersonated Erica Jane and called Kim a CUNTY or whatever she did back 2 episodes ago, right? And so Erica really wasn't having it that night, but really what it was that Teddy and Kyle feel like Erica just don't have fun with them because she was constantly in a bad mood all day. I can understand that, to be very honest with you. If you're drinking and you having a good time, the person who's not drinking does become the buzzkill. That's just the way it goes. To the person who's drunk, you're annoying because you're looking down on me because I'm having a good time. But to the person who's sober, I am looking down on you because you are annoying me. I get it. I get it both ways. But this makes for the perfect mix of drama because everything came to a head. Erica felt like the ladies were bullying them. I personally didn't feel that way she did, but I can see how she felt that way because I might have felt the same way just being a Cancer. When you feel like somebody is attacking you out of nowhere and you're unprepared for it, then it kind of makes you want to retreat. And I get that. And so that's what she did. The rest of the night was a hot mess. Teddy's crying. And Lisa Rinna is doing her job by facilitating arguments and making them happen and bringing all the issues out to the surface. And I was here for all of it. And so next week, the drama continues when the ladies continue from the next day. And then they all have to explain their behavior to Erica. And then they go back to Beverly Hills and they confront Camille. So I'm all the way here for that. But anyway, y'all let me know if y'all watched last night's episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let me know what you think about this whole situation with Porsha. Do you guys see the growth in her? Do you guys support her getting back together with Dennis and hopefully their upcoming marriage back on track? What do you guys think about this whole situation with Todd and his daughter and the alleged strip club? And are you guys here for Robin Givens not being on the cast? Do you believe it or not? Tell me what you guys think in the comments. And as always, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button because you don't want to miss a single drip drop of this goodness that we're talking every single day. We got Basketball Wives coming up tomorrow, so you guys know we're going to be talking about that as well. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter, you guys, at DJRichieSkye, and hit me up in my email for brand collaborations, or if you're interested in learning about how to get on television and how to work in media, because I also specialize in mentorships with that as well. Otherwise, guys, I will see you in the next video.